There's a difference between pushing you. You're aggressive on the neighborhood. Someone came running at you. Better walk away. You walk away. You're talking to my wife right now. That's your wife? Walk away. Walk away. Check it out. You can walk away or I'm going to carry your ass out of here.
What's up, Royals? I'm yours truly, King Chris. Welcome back to the conversation. This conversation takes us to South Carolina. Let's jump right into it. Federal Appeals Court Wednesday upheld Dylann's Roof conviction and death sentence in the murder of 9 black people in South Carolina church in 2015. The massacre white supremacist All-American Dylann Roof will have to meet his maker for the killing of 9 black people in South Carolina church back in 2015, a court ruled Wednesday. Dylann's Roof lawyers argued during his appeal that he should have not been allowed to represent himself during the sentence phase of a critical phase of the trial. They said that he managed to successfully to prevent jurors from hearing evidence about his mental health condition. Now they'll move forward with the death penalty sentence, but they will continue to try to appeal it for years and years and years. But hopefully all his appeals will be denied and they will set a date for him to be executed. I'm so sick and tired of them always yelling when these little white massacres, these little pink pig behavior white people go out and kill masses of people. They always want to say, oh, it's mental illness. It's mental illness. This right here was not no mental illness. It was premeditated. And he knows exactly what he did. And he intended to do exactly what he did. And his family has a history of being racist. His sister, I think it was like a year later or whatever, she took a gun to school, and with all her rhetoric and her racist comments about black people, as I always told you guys, racism is a taught behavior. He learned that from somewhere, and it's probably a family tradition, like it is for most of their families, to be the racist person that they are. And then they took him to Burger King before they locked him up. They have no urgency at all to take him to Burger King and feed him a meal. Feed him a meal. So hopefully justice will continue. And hopefully he'll be in someone's electric chair really soon. And he'll be exactly where he needs to be. He does not need to be a part of the human. He does not need to be a part of society. U.S. Army Sergeant found guilty of assaulting a black man back in April. Jonathan, a Sergeant First Class in the U.S. Army, was found guilty of third-degree assault and battery after pushing a black man in a South Carolina neighborhood. A judge ordered the Fort Jackson drill instructor to either spend 30 days in jail for the misdemeanor charge or pay a $1,000 fine. In the video, his wife is yelling in the background. She's irrelevant. She's a nobody. And he's nothing as well, right? So we're going to see what happens next. So the military said that if he was found guilty, that he would be discharged from the military. So now, as you know, all these white people are always on code with each other. They say that they will let him go through the appeal process until he exhausts all of his appeal process, and then they will make a decision on what happened to him next. So I'm pretty sure he's probably on paid leave. He's suspended, probably paid, still collecting the taxpayers' money. As we know, as I always told you, all these white people are always on code when it comes to one another. They're going to always do what they can to try to help and to protect their own. But the thing about it is, also in the trial, they wanted to bring up this young man's past. He was the victim He was not on trial. He was the victim. This monster, this piece of a crap ass person, and they said that he smelled that day that he was outside barefooted, that he had a stench of alcohol on him as well. So he's probably an alcoholic and a racist, which we know most of the time that's what they all are. You don't belong in this neighborhood. You don't belong in this neighborhood because you're black. Obviously, you don't belong in the neighborhood. You don't, because the Black Lives Matter came and they marched your white ass right up out of there where you belong. You did not belong there. Hold your hate and your racist, take it somewhere else. Take it in your hideout, because you know they went and they hide them out. You're such a coward, you and your wife. And then he wants to hear, oh, we had a newborn baby, we have children, they wanted to protect your children. Whatever, who cares? So hopefully he will get the punishment that he deserves. The military will discharge him dishonorably, and he will lose all of his military benefits. My black and brown skin people, I love you guys so much. Please meet me below at the comments. Until we meet again, please remember, stay up, never down. May God bless.